Hello, 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 everybody. And on this episode of the podcast, I'm going to talk about monitors, locked out, and tools. So let's get into the show. And the phone is ringing. Will somebody answer it? Probably not. Anyway, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Luke Who's Talking podcast with me. Luke, how you going? You're all right? Are you okay? How you feeling right now? Feeling all right? That's good. Anyway, everybody, let's get into the first topic for you. So, monitors, right? Computer monitors. The one on our desktop, yeah, one on our I can't even say it. The one on our old computer, or the family flog, broke. She stopped working. So I was just here in my embassy. Never going to say that. The other week, last week, Mum came in. She's like, "So I think the computer's died," and I thought, wouldn't be surprised if that's the case because the computer up in the kitchen dining area, the family computer, whatever you want to call it, is an absolute heap. And it's like it's going to cark it at some point. I try to back it up at least once a week. Anyway, that's all right. So she's like, some others like, oh yes, I have a computer. I think it's done. So I thought, okay, well if that's the case, what can I do about it? Not really anything. Anyway, so I went out there and took the side off and had a little bit of a look. Turned it on. I must have shut down or something. Anyway, it worked, fired up, things were spinning. So I thought, well, it's got power. The screen would have, something would come on and disappear. Something on and disappear. And I thought, well, maybe the screen's done. So what I did was went into the lounge room, got the TV, set it up so they could use the TV as a monitor just for a couple, because the old man wanted to do a couple of things. He was having a complete meltdown. Oh, I've got to get this stuff done tomorrow. And it's like, well, why didn't you already have it done? That sort of stuff. So, yeah, I had to come up with that solution. And then I thought, well, what I'm going to do, because I don't know what supply is like, okay, for monitors, especially smaller ones. So I hopped on the computer here just like that evening and bought, I was like, I'm going to buy one like now, straight away, a new monitor for the computer. So I did that and did click and collect. Went the next day, picked it up, set it up. Butte editor's been running. Okay, no problem. So obviously the monitor corrected. But I'll tell you one thing I did straight away once I got the computer going, hooked up the drive and backed it up. Because I thought, yeah, it might, it's a bit dicey, so I'll back this up straight away. But, so the old community, I can't even say it. Monitor, she carked it, so if anybody wants a Samsung monitor, old one, I have no idea what size it is. It's square. Have for spare parts. Actually, it is the second one that has broken because we had one the same and it failed. And we must have got another one. I don't know how. It might have been a warranty job. So, there you go. Anyway, everybody, we've got a nice sort of wide screen. It's only small, 21 inch, or it might be 23. Anyway, it's only a small thing. It's all right for out there. So it's the current, machine, but current screen. So, yeah, monitors. How exciting! It was an okay fix, but once there had to be a conversation of, are you sure you're done with the computer? So I can, put the TV back, because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm done with the TV, and then not long later be like, oh, I need the computer again. So anyway, next bit. Let's get into the next story. So that was a gap and a half between stories. So the other day, I was going for a ride. This was on, what day was it? Sunday, it was. So I was going to go out for a ride. So I got outside, and I noticed, my drink bottle, I didn't have it. So I thought, I'll go. I'll just go inside and get it. And then I immediately realised I can't do that because I don't have my key, which was, yeah, inconvenient. So nobody else was home. So I was, at that point, locked out of the house. Not great at all. Anyway, so I went for a ride, and as I was riding, look, there is a... sparing details, there is a trick to get inside the house if you're locked out. So as I was riding, I was plotting and planning on how I can get back in. And so that was fine. And I got back home and I implemented the procedure, if I could say that, to get back inside. And yeah, I had to pull a few moves from, some Mission Impossible moves. Do a bit of dip, duck, dive, and dodge, etc. to get back inside. But I got back inside the house, and then I realised once I got back in, went to the back door, and it was unlocked. However, and I was like, okay, well, that's great. But you might be thinking, well, why don't you just come in the back door? But the porch door was locked, so I couldn't, so I couldn't have just come in the back door. But yeah, I had to, as I said, sparing details. There's a trick to get inside the house if you are locked out. So I had to, implement the trick, and it was sweaty, stinky, not stinky. It was hot, yeah, sweaty, and dusty and dirty work. Unfortunately, I got back inside, which was the main thing. So there was a very brief conversation the other day I had with household management that maybe we should have a key somewhere around, so if you are locked out, you can get back inside, or you can, get inside the house if you're locked out in such a fashion that doesn't happen that often. I think it's the first time there's been a lockout for quite a while, but it was like, maybe we could, have a key somewhere, stash one somewhere, so if you're locked out, you can get back in. Probably not a bad idea. Anyway, everybody, yeah. Have you ever locked yourself out of your house and you've had to pull some moves to get back in? Yeah, let me know. Or maybe you have like some sort of Tron door and like scanned your eye or something, so you don't actually need a key. That'd be interesting, but what happens if the power goes off? I don't know. Anyway, everybody, we'll be back after this to, the last little thing. Oh, scratchy. So the other day, I think this was Saturday. It was over the weekend, and I was just going for there was a night ride, okay, around town. So you put your lights on your bike and all that stuff, jazz it up, go for a little bit of a ride. That's fine. So I was on I took the mountain bike because it's a bit slower, right? Slow rides for mountain bike. I'm going to yawn. So that's fine, no problem at all. So as I was myself and like the group, we're going around a corner. We're coming down a footpath, round a corner, and to go over one of the traffic bridges, or one of the bridges in town. And there was a car stopped at lights, and there's somebody, goon, they had their window down, and they're like, "Oh yeah, license registration, thanks." Now, I had a thought of. Now, I didn't take my wallet with me, but it was most definitely something I had to think about taking it with me. But I thought, well, I've got Apple Pay, right? So if I need to buy anything, I can just tap the phone. But I thought to myself, if I did have my license, I would have probably stopped and showed the goon. Oh, license registration, please. It's like if I had that, they had me wallet, I probably would have stopped and been like, "Here you go, cobber." Like, you're right. But Yeah, this guy was just being like an absolute goon. Like, just go home. So I don't know what don't know what they were about. That's really all I've got to say about that, actually. Not really much. Like, just being a twerp. One thing, though, I will say is that, you know, not a big fan, obviously, of just people getting mouthed, or, you know, when you're out trying to go for a bicycle or whatever and somebody mouths off to you. Now, they usually always do it whilst they're driving past you, so you can't really actually hear what they're saying. It's like, as they drive past, right? Or driving the other way, or something like that. Now, at least this person had, I don't know if I could say the guts. There's a similar situation of, I mean, they were stopped, but I was moving. Now, if we were stopped together, they wouldn't have said anything. Or maybe if they were on the other side of the street, they might have said something. I was in town once and somebody across, like, diagonally from me said, I don't know, some crap. But they wouldn't have said it if I was, like, next to them. Because they've got a bit of safety. But I was just, if I stopped right and went back and like, what's your problem? Then like, what would have happened? That could have been a doozy for sure. It would be like what? You're right. What's your problem? Anyway, let's wrap it up. Well, everybody, that is it for this episode of the podcast. Pretty disappointing one, if I'm honest. Now, look, you can contact me, Luke who's talking podcast at gmail.com, or on L_who's talking on Twitter. And yeah, that's it. That's all I've got for you. So I'll catch you in the next episode. Hope you hang around for that. It'll be episode 92. And yeah, there you go. That's it. I'll catch you then. Bye.